Hi and welcome to G-Spot. This is a quick additional video regarding the Nikon D7000. I've used it for a couple of days now. I've just been out to the zoo and done some shooting of some animals, all different things, indoors, outdoors. And the one issue I had was the changing of the ISO uses the button on the back. So when I'm shooting, to change the ISO, I can't do it when it's up against my face because you can't feel the button. So I have to look at the screen, but the screen's not on, so you have to either press the info button, wait for the screen to come on, highlight the ISO, and then adjust it. The other option is to not worry about that screen, but whilst you're looking at the camera, tilt the screen up, look at the top, hit the ISO, tilt. Now today I was using the 70-200 Sigma. That's a big heavy lens. And when you keep trying to flick it up to look at that whilst you're on the fly, it's an absolute nightmare. Now I looked on the internet and there was a sort of a workaround where you use the preview button or the function button, set it to the memory whereby it automatically comes up with ISO, but you've still got to use the menu system on the back to change the ISO. Now I was looking for something completely different through the memory and stumbled across something interesting which I shall show you. And basically what it means you can do is set the ISO on the fly using one of the command dials, which is absolutely perfect. Now this will only work in manual modes, aperture priority and shutter priority, because in manual you're using both command dials already, so you can't do it in that. And in P mode, oh, you can use it in P mode as well, sorry, yeah. So I'll just quickly show you what to do. So we'll go into the menu. Just hope that focuses. Go into the menu and choose the little pencil. Go across and down to shooting display. Okay, that. Scroll down to D3, which is ISO display and adjustment. Scroll across and you've got three settings. Show ISO sensitivity, that means it shows in the screen. The second one is show ISO/easy ISO and then show frame count. Well, show ISO easy ISO, okay, and there's a little picture of a dial. Once you've done that, I'm in P mode. The rear dial I have set to aperture on it defaults to the other way around, but I just have aperture, shutter, that's how I do mine. So my rear dial is aperture, so on here the rear dial will be changing the aperture in P mode, and the front dial changes, you see there, it changes the ISO. In shutter priority you've got your shutter dial ISO, and in aperture mode that's my aperture and that's my ISO. So whilst shooting with the camera up to my eye, I can actually change the ISO. I can see it changing in the screen while I'm there, which so far was that was the only issue. I mean, I tend to shoot in aperture priority 90% of the time, and for me that was a big issue and it was a problem. And it was so far the only problem I've got with this camera, and I'm just well chuffed that I've sorted it, and I hope that I've been of help to a few others out there. Anyway, I'm still loving it. I will still do a full review and go into a bit more detail about the autofocus system, the metering, etc. But so far so good. Anyway, thanks for listening. This was filmed with the Nikon D5100 using the Hanel MK100 microphone. Cheers.